We've all heard that old saying, fighting like cats and dogs. But do they really have to be arch enemies, or can our best friends become best friends with each other too? Sometimes they will be instant friends, sometimes they will develop a tolerance of each other over time, and sometimes they can't be in the same room together. Today, Animals My Love will share a wonderful story of some huskies and a kitten. The streets of California are overpopulated with stray animals. Rosie was one of them. This little kitten was lucky to land in the hands of Thoa Bui at the vulnerable age of 2 weeks. Thoa Bui was a local animal rescuer, but Rosie's fight for survival was just beginning. Rosie was malnourished, and it was a challenge to keep her alive, even in better conditions off the street. She refused the bottle and was fading away from hunger. Thoa was beginning to doubt that Rosie would make it. Hours went by and Rosie still wasn't feeding. Because of this, she was becoming even weaker and more unresponsive. It looked like she was nearing the end of her life, but Thoa wasn't ready to give up on her. And just in time, an unlikely savior stepped in to take care of the kitten. Thoa is a true animal lover, and her house was always full of furry friends. She had a few husky dogs. The one named Lilo stepped up to help Rosie, and she did so despite her own aches and pains. Lilo wasn't healthy herself. She had just had surgery a few days prior, and she was still wearing a cone around her neck. Her belly shaven and her scars had not healed yet, but that didn't stop her from offering her warmth and love to little Rosie. Lilo coaxed Rosie into her bed and snuggled with her, sharing the warmth of her lush fur. It touched Thoa deeply to witness Lilo's caring response. Rosie accepted the warmth and even tried to suckle on Lilo. That was great. Rosie still had the instincts to survive. As soon as Thoa saw that Rosie was indeed interested in food, everything changed. Now Rosie would finally begin to feed, and all thanks to Lilo. Thoa quickly offered the bottle to Rosie, and she suckled, even to the last drop. Then proceeded cuddling up to Lilo for a leisurely nap. When Rosie woke, she was a new kitten. It seemed like a new life was breathed into her, and she was eager to live it to the fullest. The most important step in her transformation was complete. She was ready to fight and survive, and Lilo kept showing up for her. Once Rosie was on the mend, Lilo's affection for her didn't stop. On the contrary, she allowed Rosie to suckle on her and even house-trained her. Lilo had become Rosie's teacher and protector. They were inseparable, and Rosie looked up to her mentor. Lilo taught Rosie everything, and Rosie started mimicking Lilo's behaviors. When she saw Lilo getting leashed for a walk, Rosie expected to be leashed too. She was becoming a little husky in her own right. Rosie was growing confident too, thanks to Lilo's guidance. Lilo had a sister named Infinity and a brother named Miko. They were kept separate from Rosie during her vulnerable kitten stage. Finally the day came, and Rosie got leashed along with a husky pack for a walk to the park. Lilo fortunately was the leader of the pack, and therefore Rosie was instantly accepted by the pack. The four have become quite the team. Lilo, Rosie, Infinity and Miko became inseparable and did everything together. They ate together, drank from the same bowl, played and went on walks. Rosie had become a husky cat. She was fearless, coming along on long hikes and even water adventures. It was the perfect multicultural family. The story of Rosie and her new wonderful life with a pack of huskies is an extraordinary one. It shows the possibilities of unconditional love that transcends species. We have a lot to learn from animals like Lilo, and hopefully we can strive to be as humane to each other as seen in this story. The lesson we have learned from our furry friends is that we can also reach out, open our hearts, and love the people around us, regardless of culture or creed. When we give, we also receive. If you like the story Animals My Love shared today, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any stories to share about your pets, please send them to our email below. Thanks so much. Bye bye.